Make sure you're on track to graduate with Aurora Public Schools On Track Graduation Report. Here's how it works.
So it sounds like you had some questions about graduation progress.
Yes, I
on
want to see
track.
if I was on track.
Okay, for sure. Do you know how to get to that? Like if you got into your student or parent portal?
No, I don't.
Okay, I'm going to show you. So if we click on your name here in the portal, and then all the way over on the right, there's going to be some links, these quick links. So this is going to be under APS documents. And then you can see like you could get report cards and everything, but now this graduation report, print graduation report. So it's going to make a PDF for us. And then this is the new district report that shows you on track or off track with your courses. And so the green just tells me as your counselor or you and your parents that you are currently scheduled or have already been scheduled in the classes that you need. Okay, so the green ones are good. The red ones would be where we have questions, and it's not a bad thing. It just tells us that there might be something else that we need to do. So do you know what's going on with world language?
So last year I took a semester of Spanish and then I decided that I wanted to switch to student council.
Okay.
So what is that going to look like for me now?
Yeah. So basically like that is red now. It tells us we're off track just because when the system looks at it in IC and on your schedule, it doesn't see the amount of credits completed for graduation. And it doesn't show that you're scheduled in a class to get to that requirement. So the APS requirement is 1 year of a world language. So that's why it's showing as off track. But we kind of knew that when we made that decision to switch to student council. This just tells us, and if your parents ask, we need to sometime this semester or in your senior year, make sure you get that final semester to meet the APS world language requirement.
It says that I'm on track for U.S. history. I thought I already met that requirement.
Yes, so all 10th graders have to do United States history, right? So you did that whole year. So as far as the graduation requirement, you're on track because you have met that. But what this means is you're still working towards graduation because you haven't graduated yet. And you have the opportunity, if you wanted to do like higher level U.S. history classes. We have the CCA history classes. There are African American, Latin American history classes that could be available either here or on the college campus.
And then what about my ICAP?
ICAP, glad you asked. So your ICAP is going to show up as incomplete all the way until maybe a week before graduation.
Okay.
Because you know the ICAP surveys that we've done every year and the different assignments in ICAP, those go all the way to senior year. So yes, you're on track, but this one you can see it doesn't really say on track, off track. It just says incomplete. We know every student in the building, you are not behind. Every single student in the building will show up as incomplete until that final ICAP survey is done before graduation.
Perfect.
Okay.
So say that I fail one of these classes. Would that look red?
So yes, at the point, like if you failed a quarter or a semester of any of these like language arts, math, science, because those are the ones where you need 4, 4, and 3. So at any point you fall behind the credit total that you need for graduation, the next time you pull this report, it's going to show up as red. And so that's going to give you and your parents an indication that we need to work on something. But me as your counselor, I'm also checking that stuff as well. And so it probably is going to be a situation where we both see that there's an issue. And when that turns red, we know we need to get together and come up with a plan for either credit recovery, schedule another class to kind of get you credit in a different way for that. So we'll both be looking at that. But you're right. One thing that's cool about this, do you know much about the menu of options?
I don't.
So the menu of options are ways that you can demonstrate English and math proficiency. That's one of the graduation requirements. Your concurrent enrollment classes can count for that proficiency. So if you pass a college English or a college math class, that shows that you are green. So this tells me that we've already done one of those two to get the menu of options. So you are showing English and math proficiency at graduation. So I'm guessing that's from the English class that you took in 10th grade and the college algebra class that you passed first semester of junior year.
Yes.
So that's where concurrent enrollment can really help you with those menu of options. Okay, so now that we've talked about this report and answered some of those questions, there's a couple things I want you and your family to talk about. Okay? So I want you to think about these. First off, think about your schedule. And do you feel like you're taking a big enough load of classes, right? Do you have opportunities where there's other classes you could put in that would be beneficial? Okay. The second thing I want you to think about is, how challenging are the classes that you're taking? Like, do you feel like there's room for growth? Could you take some higher level classes? Because I know you have college as a possibility after you graduate. So just think about, are there higher level classes that you feel comfortable taking that would help you with those admissions processes and help you be prepared for college? Think about whether or not you want to work towards a credential, okay? And then last would be like, have you thought about concurrent enrollment as an option?
We want to see every Aurora Public Schools student power their potential and walk across that graduation stage. So again, if you have questions about this report or just need help to get on track or stay on track, please reach out to your school's counselor.